Brahma Gururvishnu Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. See, the whole scheme in Amrit Anubhava, while we are living in the world, while we consider ourselves to be the body, we must pray to the Lord. But with understanding who Lord is, what is this Shiva Shakti, what is their relationship, what is this relationship between Jeev, Jagat and Ishwar. How that one alone is expressing as the individual, the Lord, the total, and the world in which these two are expressing themselves as consciousness. So that one alone is expressing as inertness, called the world of names and forms, and that one alone is expressing as the consciousness, the individual consciousness and the total consciousness. Till here you are clear? See, now the next stage of evolution, for whom the evolution, the scriptures are not for the Jagat, not for the world, it's only name and form. This teaching is not for the Lord because he is all knowing. So for whom is it? It is for us idiots who are considering we are only one, only this body. So then to this person who is seeking, who is he really? To him it is told that the Ishvara and the Jagat, meaning that all these three, Jeev, Jagat, Ishvara, they appear to be there only because of the Shakti. And who is this Shakti? She is manifest and unmanifest. So today morning you were unmanifest to yourself in sleep. You did not know you existed also in the relative sense as you know it right now. But when the mind clicked in, mind is Shakti, when it expressed itself, suddenly I am the body, I am this, I am that, I am so many years old, I have to get up in the morning, I have to quickly get ready for the satsang, etc. etc. Huh? So, so this teaching, this methodology, this aspiration, this realization, this wanting to understand the revelation of the secret, the self-revelation, liberation, nirvana, all this is for the individual. How long he has to keep pursuing all this? As long as he does not recognize that he is the one without a second. That he is all that there is. And for that the Shiva Shakti Samavesh, that chapter was told. And who will, okay, we have understood that Lord and his Shakti, and the Lord creates the world out of his Shakti, or the Shakti with the help of the Lord expresses as the world, and we are the part of the world. But What is the secret in there? That secret of Shiva Shakti Samavesh, how they are not two, they are actually one, they are expressions of that one Paramashiva. For that we need Guru in our life. And therefore the next chapter was about Sri Guru Stavana. Because Guru is the one who takes these words, who takes these ideas presented in the scriptures and expands on them and makes it palatable to us to understand, to so that we can consolidate it and recognize that supreme essence. Then third chapter was, I think it was that how we go beyond, what is the technology behind it. That is the one. What is the technology behind going beyond name and form? Because our mind is continuously hooked on to the name and form, the Jagat. How do we, and when we think of the Lord also, the Shiva and Shakti also, there also we bring in the name and form. Nothing wrong. But what is that one? Who is that one? What is its nature? The one who is expressing as Shiva and Shakti, what is his nature? How does he look? What are his qualities? What are his attributes? Oh, he is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarup, he is formless. No, please explain. No, we cannot explain because he is beyond the realm of our mind. He is beyond the capacity of our mind to understand. It is beyond the capacity of the speech to reveal it. And that is the only two ways of communication we know. So therefore, the technology was given. First, attention was brought to the Paramashiva, who is alone expressing as Shiva and Shakti. And this play between Shiva and Shakti is expressing as Jeev Jagat Ishvara. And to go beyond this Jeev Jagat Ishvara, to go beyond this name and form, the technology was presented. But first, the technology will get implemented only when we are fired up by the urge, the desire to know that Paramashiva, to know that infinite essence of everything. So what was the technology? Technology was Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti Para. Chant the name of the Lord, chant Om or any mantra. You chant loudly, then if you are chanting with dedication, with love, with bhava, because we are starting from the world, this is how we know how to. So instead of love for the world, you have love for the Lord. And slowly, you transcend the waking, you transcend the dream, you transcend the deep sleep, and you come to that point where you are beyond the cause and effect, which is Paravani. So once you come to Paravani and have a glimpse of it, have an experience of it, are pulled into it again and again because of your practices. But whenever you come again, when you are not in Para is not a permanent state. If we take it relatively, it is Samadhi, it is meditation, whatever. So when we come into the world, why am I not able to stay in the Para 24/7? Why, when the mind clicks in, meaning mind starts expressing after meditation, Samadhi, where I felt I was at one ment with the infinite, at one ment with the self, why do I still experience the world as separate to me? Or it could be that we mistake that meditation to be an experience. So it is Because if it was a true abidance in the truth, then everything will, then you as a person are no more. But the fact that after meditation you are still a person, you are still an individual who is experiencing duality and affected by duality, means the consummation in the para, the consummation in the infinite consciousness was not complete. It was touch and go. It was not even a touch. It was an imagination. It was a absorption without knowledge. Just like deep sleep is absorption without knowledge. Samadhi, it is absorption with the knowledge that I am Atma. What is realization? Absorption with the knowledge. What is the knowledge? That there is nothing to be absorbed in. I am all that there is. Unnecessarily I am spending so much time searching for myself. But to come to this point, to give up the desire for the infinite consciousness, instead of searching for infinite consciousness in the mind, we have to recognize that infinite consciousness is our nature in spite of the thoughts in the mind. In spite. This subjective approach has to come about. If this subjective approach is not initiated, it can get initiated only by grace or by satsang. So when we are doing satsang, we get an inkling of it, but in the end, it cannot come from outside. It must happen within. And it must be a fire which is lit from within, because you are fired up in a satsang, in the words of the scriptures, in Guru Maharaj, etc. Your clarity comes through satsang and it catches you, just like sleep catches you from inside. So, why, if everything is clear, if everything is clear, then why am I not abiding? Why am I shunting into para and vaikhari again and again? Why do I go from duality to unity, from unity to duality again? Because unity and duality are two concepts in the relative. It has got nothing to do with the infinite. So why is it happening? Then the next chapter came. The next chapter, after that Vacharna Parihara, Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti Para concept, technology was given. That technology must be practiced all the time throughout your life, till you no longer exist as an individual. Just like you are eating every day to survive, to keep the body healthy so you can keep functioning in the world. If our goal is clear, what we want in life, then we must keep chanting the name of the Lord, or Om, or some mantra continuously. That should be our default setting. And at other times, then the next chapter, fourth chapter, was Jnana Ajnana Bheda Kathana. Then because we are still objective in our approach to the self, to the reality, because we are thinking about it, I have to meditate on it, I have to contemplate on it, I have to be absorbed in it, I have to gain it. This is the objectivity. We have not accepted that we are that yet. So what is the error that is going on? That error is jnana. So for to come to that error is, we are still okay. In the fourth chapter, they are telling about jnana vijnana, knowledge and ignorance. What is the difference between knowledge and ignorance? And that anyway, whatever it was told that knowledge and ignorance both are at the level of ignorance only. The supreme knowledge is you. The supreme knowledge is the infinite consciousness. You are seeking the consciousness through the mind. Knowledge in the mind is by way of thoughts. Ignorance in the mind is also in the mind only. See? So we have to recognize this, and this is where the discrimination comes in, that what is the permanent and what is the ephemeral, and you focus on that and recognize that being caught up in the words, being caught up in objective pursuit of the infinite consciousness that you are, is only going to make you keep shunting in life. Once you have understood that knowledge and ignorance both are concepts of the mind alone, then suddenly the teacher jumps to the next level of destroying our mind, and that is the last chapter that we did, that we are continuously contemplating the Paramatma is Satchidananda Swarup and the Nitya Buddha Shuddha Swarup, and he said that that infinite is not Satchidananda. These words do not qualify him. These words do not define him. These words do not reveal him. Then what do? They are only used to counteract the Asat, Achit and Dukkha. The Sat existence is used to counteract non-existence, because both are concepts in the mind. Consciousness and no consciousness, again both are concepts in the mind. And bliss and misery and sorrow are both concepts in the mind alone. So we invoke such thoughts. These words of Satchidananda are used, or mantra is used, only to counteract that which is not beneficial for us, that which is not conducive for us, that which is going to keep in the objectivity, to break the objectivity. These thoughts, these words are used. So it was brought to our attention that don't get caught up in these words. Satchidanandoham, Nitya Shuddha Buddha Muktoham. No, we have to go beyond the words. What is the ultimate word that you will have to go beyond? I. You have to give up that I, whether it is individual or total. You say. And now, having understood the idea that these words, these adjectives that are pasted onto the reality, such as Sat, Chit, Ananda, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Aham Brahmasmi, or Sarvam Akhilam Brahma, Ekameva Dvitiya Nanasti Kinchana, Ishavasyamitagam Sarvam. All these are beautiful thoughts which, when contemplated upon, expand your mind when you are listening to it, when you are contemplating on it. But when you stop, you are again back to, because your approach is objective, we are never able to get consumed. We are never able to recognize without a thought that we are that. I am that. So after having destroyed the importance of Satchidananda, now in the next chapter it will be Shabda Khandana, how to what do you call that, the words are limitations, the words are unnecessary, we don't need them to know the truth. Why you are clicking again and again? So words are unnecessary, words are not required. So khandana means removal, destruction of what? Of words. The non-efficacy of the word. Why? Because it cannot reveal the truth. But how did we come to know about the truth? Through the words only. But now when we are on the seat of meditation, we keep objectifying by thinking the words, or going to sleep, or going into void. There we have to recognize we are the presence. That recognition has to come about. And that recognition is not through words. That recognition is not through experience. That recognition is once and final. It's like the wave going back to water. It's like, even better understanding, it's like wave recognizing that it is infinite water without thinking, without deliberating. Our mind cannot function without words. Words in Sanskrit is called shabd. Destruction of word, annihilation of word, dissolution of word, melting away of word. As long as the word is there, mind is there. Mind means duality, equal to objective pursuit. Where there is no mind, no word, where there is no word, mind is infinite consciousness. Don't look at the emptiness, don't look at the void and again have the in your mind another word. Oh, there is nothing. Again we are objective. We have given that absence of word also another name. Instead, we must bypass this nothing, this void, this emptiness. And it's not a process. The moment the word stops, the thought dissolves in your mind, you are. The word and the absence of the word, both are witnessed by you. So don't make absence into a concept. If you are objective in your pursuit, when the word dissolves, because of that objective approach, you will see absence. If it is subjective approach, you will recognize without thought that you are the witness of the objective thought and its absence. In that absence also there is a presence. Who knows the absence? I. Suddenly the matrix of the mind, or the matrix which is expressing as the mind, dissolves. The last bit also dissolves. And what remains is not you. What is left behind after the matrix dissolves? I can't even use the word left behind. But for the explanation's sake, what's left behind is the infinite consciousness. Because the matrix was just an appearance, it was a phenomena. Just as wave is a phenomena in the water, ocean is a phenomena in the water, north, south, east, west directions are phenomena in the space. Similarly, mind, which is nothing but name and form, which is nothing but duality, is a phenomena in the ever-present consciousness, the infinite consciousness that I am.